Hello and welcome to Big Red Journeys. I'm your host, Big Red, and on today's journey, I'm here with a special guest, Vinny Valentino of the All-Star Stunt Dogs. So we're here at the 2025 San Diego County Fair. Yes, I know, I'm excited too! And with that, we are back here at the 2025 San Diego County Fair at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. One of my favorite events to do every year, whether it's for the channel or just for me personally. I love the county fair. The food, the shows, the culture here, talking about San Diego, talking about Southern California. I love it here. So, and this year's theme is the summer Pet-tacular. So there's even going to be more stuff of fun that I love. Dogs. I'm wearing my shirt because of Gigi, my beloved corgi that I have, and you all know me, if you follow me around, that I love animals. So excited for this year, so excited. So we're going to do things a little bit different this year. We're still going to do quite a bit of everything. We're going to do a full tour. I'm going to give you my best tips and tricks so you have the best time here. But there's a lot of new stuff that's happening this year that I'm excited. First of all, we got the theme, Pet-tacular. Here's the theme exhibit right behind me, Pets Rocks, live on tour. So we're definitely gonna go and check that out a little bit later. You know, right here to my left-hand side is where all the Livestock Farm Pavilion is. Down that way is the Avenue of the Palms. Obviously, you got all the retail vendors over there in the garden show. So much to be had. But there's a lot going on, new shows-wise, including some stuff over at the Funville, the kids area. I know there's one called GASCAR, the Great American Speedway Crazy Animal Races. Apparently like Swifty Swines, but they're with various animals this time around. Sheep, goats, ducks, I don't know. And then there's a Farmyard Follies, which is another show there. Again, we're just gonna do a full-on tour, check it all out as we usually do, give you the best tips and tricks, try some food, and have a great time here at the 2025 San Diego County Fair. We're gonna start off here at the information booth. A few things to keep in mind. The San Diego Fair is a smoke and vape-free environment, so please keep the death sticks and the vapes at home. For those with kids, there is a Find Me bracelets, which are pretty cool. You can put the phone number and they put a bracelet on the kids, so if they get lost, they have a contact number for emergency purposes. You can also pick up your tearaway maps if you need one. But you can also check out the schedule and a map by scanning QR code. But there's also a very, very large map here for us to reference. So let's take a look real quick. So when it comes to the map, it's really divided up into 6 various sections. Currently right now we are right here at the O'Brien Gate. So we'll start off right here. This is going to be the themed exhibit and livestock pavilion area. So you got the themed exhibit right over here. The San Diego Marketplace, Hollandia Dairy Demo, the 2 livestock barns. Those are going to be in the orange you see here. Continuing going further this way is going to be the Del Mar Arena and the Sound. This is where they're going to have some of the larger shows. They do have some horse shows going on. They'll have monster trucks, motocross. They also do have Native American Indigenous Peoples Day, and I believe that's usually where they have the powwow that happens at the Del Mar Arena. The Sound this year is hosting multiple events through the fair time, shows, laser shows, and whatnot in this area, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The blue section is going to be where most of the retail is going to be. You got the O'Brien Hall, the Bing Crosby Hall, Seaside Pavilion. That's where most of the vendors are, most of the as seen on TV kind of items, as well as the garden show, which is always popular. And at the end, they do have another exhibit hall that's going to have some of the arts and hobbies, student showcase stuff as well. And then all throughout in this region as well too, there is various vendors, food vendors. There is a stage, the Michelob Ultra stage is right over here at number 2. Going up a little bit north, you're going to have the red area. This is going to be the Paddock area. This is where you're going to have the things like the arts, the photography exhibits, the woods and gems and minerals, and my favorite, the fossils are in there as well too. There is another stage here. This is the Chevy Paddock stage, which has a lot of the bigger guests that are free for the admission to the fair concert-wise. Because number 4 right up here, that's the one that is a paid ticket for the concerts. The concerts for this one at the main stage do include admission to the fair that day of the concert, but again, to see this concert is an additional charge, or a higher charge I should say. Going a little bit over here, now you're gonna have the fun zone. This is where you're gonna have all the carnival rides, all the carnival games. All for family, but these are gonna have some of the more thrilling rides that you're never gonna see me on. right over here. There are some food vendors scattered as well throughout there. But if we cross over into the infield, you're gonna have the kids zone, the family Funville, this green area. You actually cross a bridge right over here, or a tunnel on the back side over there. And all in here is gonna have rides that are more demure, little tame for the kids, little ones, family rides, and the littlest of fair goers. Pavilion over here, lots of food vendors in this region, but then they also have shows going on. You got the petting farm over there, the stunt dog, the pet pavilion, the flying rolls are going to be over there. A whole lot happens in this area. What I'm going to do is a lot of the new stuff that I want to check out is going to be starting at 12 o'clock in the Funville area. So what we're going to do is we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to go towards the middle of the Avenue of the Palms, take a right, and cross over into the infield and check that out. Now, normally one of the tips I always like to provide people is when I start my day, I usually started heading towards the Livestock Pavilion area. The reason for that is because sometimes a lot of the judging shows, a lot of the animal livestock aspects of it, they'll close a little bit earlier. The retail shops at the vendor halls, those are open pretty much until park closing or fair closing. But there are some shows in this region in which there are some limited times and they tend to end a little bit earlier. And of course, sometimes they put the animals to bed later in the night. So if you want to see some of the animals up close, do it while they're up and awake and, you know, in their pens. And since we're on the topic of time, let's talk a little bit about the fair hours. So the fair is open from June 11th through July 6th, closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. That's always been the case with the fair. Those are the 2 days in which it is closed. Hours are 11 to 11 each day. Gates do close at 10 o'clock, so the last admission to the fair is at 10 o'clock. All the exhibits do close at 10 o'clock, and the bars close at 10:30. But you are allowed to roam the fair until 11 o'clock. Usually a lot of the food vendors will stay open pretty much until the very last minute. They may be out of a certain particular food for the day, but they stay open relatively late. One thing, if you are interested in the Great American Petting Farm, that is at the Funville area, and that does close at 9. That's the earliest closing event. Then we're talking about shows and entertainment. The way it usually happens is that the shows happen in the earlier part of the day. So a lot of the family fun shows start when the fair opens, 11, 12 o'clock. They run until about 5, 6 o'clock. Usually what I like to do is I like to call that the adult hour. And why I say that is because once like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock rolls around, a lot of the more family friendly shows go away, and then you tend to have a lot of people who are here for the concerts, live music, which of course are family friendly, don't get me wrong, but then you're going to have more people who come here just to kind of like go out for a concert, have a couple of drinks and whatnot, and maybe you don't necessarily want your kids in that type of environment per se. Not that there's any dangers, but I do know some people who try to, you know, not be out when the adults are more out. As we walk down here, so I just took a right down off of the Avenue of the Palms, you can see there are food vendors scattered throughout the fair for the most part, but I'm reminded about one of my favorite vendors here, the fresh baked pretzels as we pass by. Always love their garlic parmesan pretzel, the bites or even the full pretzel here. But it just reminds me that there are a lot of the food vendors which are maybe your favorites throughout the years. They tend to be in the same location year after year after year. Sometimes they do move. If they had a bad location, they had the availability to get a bigger spot, but for the most part, if you fall in love with a food item this year and you say, man, I need to come back next year to get that same food item, chances are just go back to the same spot and they will be there. That is the large grandstand, so that you can't access the concert grandstand venue from this side. You have the seating area right here. This is where obviously they have the actual races, the horse races. But down over there, that is the large stage, in which that is the paid one. If you do pay for a concert ticket, you do get same day admission to the fair for the day of that particular concert. Like for example, we're here on opening day. Collective Soul is here. So if I wanted to see them in concert, I would have bought a ticket for the concert, and that concert ticket includes admission to the fair for today. But that is the main show stage, and I believe the concerts all start like at 7 or 7:30. So, and admission to the concerts will be through the Paddock area. Gotta love the gondola sky ride going on over there, always a fan favorite. Got the grass of the infield, very nice, the actual real thing. And yeah, so you get to walk across here on this little pathway through. There is also a tunnel at the very far end of Funville. So if you find yourself on the west side of the fair, closer to where the carnival games are, there is a way to cross through without having to walk all the way to the east side of the fair and then crossing over in the pathway in which we're taking at this moment. So here, we'll start off here with the Funville area. Lots of carnival games. We'll go through that area a little bit. Food, customer service over here. This is where you would actually redeem if you purchase the Blast Pass, which is a specially discounted ticket for rides. You get a lot of credits and everything for the Blast Pass to ride. At the puppets, the marionettes, I love those guys. This t-shirt, elephants, etc. They always make some cool animal inspired t-shirts. The Caricature Entertainment Company. Oh wow, that's new right there. That's new. Looks like a chicken joint. Okay, lots of fun here. That's where the Great American Petting Farm, their hours are, oh, it's actually 8 o'clock. 11 to 8 o'clock is where they're open. Online it says 9, so that's good to know that it's actually 8 o'clock. All the lorikeets and the butterflies moved out here into the Funville area. That's where all that chirping was. $4 per entry for the butterflies. They do give you a 10-minute window, and you do get a little dab of nectar on a cotton swab. Hopefully some butterflies will land on you. Lorikeet encounters, always popular. Admission $6, and if you pay cash it's $5. You can get to take photos and see all the cool little lorikeets inside making all those noise. And I do know that the petting farm is free to go inside, but if you do want some specific feed, it's $5 for 1 or 2 for $8. They give you like a ice cream cone full of food, and there's lots of animals in there: goats, sheep, lamb. There was a wallaby in here last year, and they actually had a joey, and I'm hoping she might be back, or at least another wallaby's in there. This is the Pet Pavilion. So some of the rescues which are going to be here at various times through the year will be usually here. They will have some pet adoption events happening with the San Diego Humane Society and some other rescues. Oh, look at that. So they moved everybody to this side, because you usually have these guys on the other side of the pavilion next to the Del Mar Arena. And I see the chippers, I see the sheriffs. They're all around this side now. Interesting. Over here is where the trapeze act, the Flying Royals and friends will be. The Flying Royals are a trapeze act. They're actually really cool. We're going to check them out a little bit later. And they say friends because they do have some other performers that happen throughout, like kind of like halftime intermission, juggling acts, and all pretty cool stuff. Ooh, they put some thrilling rides back over there now. We're going to check that out later. Violin on Fire is also here too, and Pet-tacular Parrot Show, which is a friend of mine, Nancy, and her beloved parrots and other birds that she has. Such a cool show. They're personal friends of mine, her and her husband, and they are cool to see. So we're definitely going to check them out here. Actually, there's quite a few shows in this fun farm area that we're going to go back to back to back to back, and that's actually where most of the new shows are happening. Right now, we're actually on our way to the farm because GASCAR, which is honestly probably the one I'm most excited for this year, is happening over in this region. And apparently it's, like I said, like Swifty Swines, which is always probably the most popular show here at the fair. It's slightly different because it's multiple animals. It's birds, like ducks and geese and sheep and goats and a bunch of stuff. So I'm excited, and there's one at 12 o'clock. Then here is the farm area. This is usually relatively empty earlier part of the day. A lot of kids stuff here. They have the corn shucking contest. They have the spitting contest over here. But this is also an area where they show like farming that you can do at your own house. Compost heaps. But here is where GASCAR and Farmyard Follies is at. Well, look at this. We're here a few minutes before GASCAR starts. Look at, the piggy's wearing a red bandana. That's good luck for me. That's good luck. Oh, look at that. We got some goats there, some sheep. I am so excited for this. Yeah, look at the little racetrack they got here. Oh, and then, so they got the racing, which is going to be happening around the track. But then the Farmyard Follies, which is kind of animal edutainment show, that the middle portion is going to be really used for that portion of it.
What color do you like?
Red, please.
Red is gone. What color do you like, Riley? You want green, and I have an orange here.
Of course I had to get the red one, right? Of
All
course.
right, guys, give your red team coming on down to you. You've got an oldie but a goodie. You can hear her on the radio. You have this ribba, pork and tire.
Yes. Woo! Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Inside track. Come on. Oh, come on.
No, we lost orange. Blue's going. And it's blue team for the win. Orange forgot what was happening this morning.
I just leave it on.
Oh, no. You gotta go. Come on, Billy Goat Currington. Oh, Miranda Lambert wants to run again. Nice job. Let's give our blue team leader a big round of applause. Nice job, darling.
In addition to the fair, is similar in essence of like Swifty Swines, but I enjoyed it. It was these goats, because the pigs, they go for that piece of Oreo and they go crazy. These guys are more of like, oh, hi, is there a race going on? nah, I don't want to race. Some of them will go, but the other ones are just like, dit, 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 dit. So there's a little more comedy of errors going on. I love it. We're going to be back over here in a little bit at 2 o'clock for the Farmyard Follies. But at 1 o'clock, we do have the Dog Stunt show. It's going to be right back over this area. So since we're in the Funville area, let's check it out. But this farm area is always pretty cool. I like it. Very, very cool for the kids to get like kind of like a farm experience. I mean, there's not obviously a lot of farms in San Diego, and these are like an edutainment farm, which is pretty cool. They can do some fun activities. I know they used to do like seed balls coming out from there. I think they still do the seed balls where you can plant them out. It's so fun. So they moved the milk, the goats used to have the goat hill
Race fans, come on down and grab a
right over here, but they moved them over here for the time being. And these are, so they actually do goat milking demonstrations. And I think these are what, are these like Nubian goats, I think is what they're called. And you could tell that obviously those are her kids that she had. So cute. Hi, mommy. Hi, don't worry, I'm not gonna bother you guys. Have fun. Got a little rabbit pen over here. Oh yeah. They're not out and about, but I do see one right over there. Oh. Hi guys. Hey baby, how you doing? This is cool. So as you can imagine, this place is really good as edutainment, helping the kiddos, having a good time, while learning, you know, actual farming. And then I do know that they used to have it in the exhibit hall. But they talk about how California, and pretty much honestly most of the country, at one point was almost fully agricultural, like it was the largest industry. And then obviously through the years, mass productions, easy manufacturing, importing, exporting, whatnot, where agriculture has gone down. California is still one of the most strongest when it comes to agricultural, but it still hurts as well too. So learning this type of history and skills is actually quite important. I can hear the music stylings of Violin on Fire. Patrick Contreras, I believe. He plays some really cool music. We'll listen in on a second real quick. Some food places here as well. Fernie Brick Oven Pizza, that's new to this area. Those two rides over there, that's a scary ride over there. Definitely not going on that. The Funville stage over here, this is where a lot of the family acts are going to be. They got like a lot of like dance troops and everything. There's a little girls dancing troupe right over there. They do like little hip hop and whatnot. But a lot of local community groups perform on this stage. Look at this little guy. Let's go inside here. They got the the little chains here because they really want to make sure that no butterflies come in and out of the place. So pretty much, oh, there's some really good ones. So what you're going to do is when you see them, I'm going to flip it around here. They are all over the place. Look at that. So right now they're probably not going to be as active because there is, oh, look at that. There's even some flowers here. So you can come up to them and then you're supposed to come up to them gently and then see what they do. Wow. I'm gonna go over here because these guys look like they haven't been loved in a little bit. Oh, that's a very beautiful one. He's holding on to it. He's held on to it. Oh, this guy, oh, there he goes. This guy is potentially, he's sniffing. There's his proboscis. Let's see what he does. Oh, there's the proboscis. There it is. Oh yeah, he's enjoying himself now. There it is, see? I can see his proboscis or her proboscis touching the nectar. Look at that. Enjoying his meal. So cool. Actually, I don't think I've ever actually done the butterfly pavilion here at the fair. It was $4. You get to spend about 10 or so minutes. Depends on how busy it is, right? I was able to spend more time if I wanted to, but I spent about 6 or 7 minutes. The butterflies were not as active as I would like, but I found one monarch towards the end, and he enjoyed it, so it was fun. Good, and again, $4 goes to them. That's not much to spend for a fun time. Everybody who goes into the pavilion has to pay $4, even if you don't get the Q-tip. So, you know, if you don't want the whole family to do it, then figure out which ones do, and then the other ones have to stay outside. So just do keep that in mind. Passing by what I like to call the Mexican Artisans Pavilions. You're gonna have a lot of vendors here selling wares of the little trinkets, hats, leather works, beads, bracelets, chipitulcos, panchos, wood carvings and whatnot, all by Mexican artisans. I always love passing by this area. Just on the other side of me is the mobile homes. These are actually available for sale. There's salesmen inside to answer any questions you may have. If you have the space for a mobile home or looking for a new one, well, this is a good place to go. And probably one of the last few affordable homes in San Diego. But here we are at the Stunt Dog Show. So this is different because they used to always have a dog show here, but this is a different company, I believe. So, yeah, this looks cool. They have a lot of the same stuff I see here. Agility stuff. They got the circles. They got the little bridges. They got the weave and wobble sticks, cones, things. They got the tunnels. And it looks like the show times are 1, 3, and 5:30 over here. This is interesting. Right over here, they got an example of like recyclable. Well, I don't know what you call them. What do you call these things? I don't know. But there's plastic being recycled. There's these cubes. Look at how many. Wow. Yeah, solid aluminum. That is crazy. Bundles? Would you call them bundles? I don't know. But they're brought to you by Edco. There's roughly about 35,000 cans and bottles. That is, I don't know the weight on it per se, but yeah, that is crazy. So it's pretty cool to see this here. A little bit of an environmental aspect to the fair, which I like. We got the California Coastal Commission is over here. Hello. Of course, you may know them for their whale tail plates here in California, but they do a lot of stuff for our ocean and environments. Of course, it's for all, right? They are proud allies here, and it is Pride Month right now in the month of June. They do have a California Coastal Cleanup Day, September 20th of this year, and lots of freebies and some good information. It's a good organization, and I definitely will be participating. And we got, what we got here? This shed is usually empty most of the time, but we got the Sandiego River Valley Conservancy. Pretty cool here. They do a lot of stewardship, a lot of, you know, helping to create the hiking paths, protecting the areas specifically in the River Valley area of San Diego. Very wonderful. Hello there. And then we got the Eco Hut Del Mar Fairground. Now this is an organization that I'm going to open up this little pamphlet here. Stewardship, but specifically about like the lagoons and waterways around the Del Mar Fairgrounds over here. You pass by the San Diego Lagoon all the time when you're heading on the 5 north or south. So it's pretty cool. And I just like the aspect that the fairgrounds are doing a little bit more environmental aspects of things here, and I like that. And specifically about the water capture and treatment system design here, like they got it in the infield area. I didn't even know about that. Wow, that's pretty cool. A lot of cool science, and me being the marine science fan that I am, I really do appreciate this, the relationship that we have with our flora and fauna and our waterways here. So cool. Oh, they even got some skulls of various animals there. Some sort of a pinniped, a seal of some sort, coyote, mountain lion, bobcat, some deer here, a fox, a badger, raccoon, skunk, a possum, rabbits, squirrels, some sort of birds, a turkey, hummingbird, even snake. That is so cool. I love it. Oh, actual specimens. Wow.
We're going to have some doggone fun. Our first star coming out is one of my freestyle frisbee dogs. He also loves doing tricks. He does halftime shows for the NFL and the NBA. Please put your hands together for Maserati. Whoa, here he comes. Mozzie is a beautiful 5-year-old Australian Shepherd. He comes from St. Louis, Missouri, and of course he is going to get some frisbees, so make sure you guys cheer him on. Yes, indeed. The loudest dance moves. Here we go. go. 1, 2, buddy. Yes. That's it. That's pretty good. Put a high five and maybe a little rapid fire catching. Maybe even a little juggling. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Push up. And a beautiful catch. Come on, guys. Give her a big hand. Pull it in.
We need everyone's help with a ready, set, go. So as loud as you can, help me out. Here we go. Ready, set. And Vinny's off, making his way through those weed poles as fast as he can. Here he goes through the hoop, into the tunnel. Looking good so far. Come on, make some noise if you want him to win, blue team. It was a wide turn, but he did it and got the catch.
And afterwards, they do have some souvenirs and items here that you can purchase. All proceeds go to their rescue mission. And then they do have one of the dogs over there. We'll check her out in a little bit. Hey, Vinny.
He's friendly.
How you doing, buddy? Look at him meeting with his fans afterwards. Oh.
He's a little shy sometimes.
Oh, I love him. He's so cute. And as I walk around this time, now they got the llama or alpaca and the burro walking down the street. I like this. Oh, and they got some of the rescue dogs here. This is called Love on a Leash. And they do come out here and you can actually interact with the animals, pet, and I don't know if those ones in particular are available for adoption, but a lot of the rescue agencies will be out here as well too, and they are available for adoptions. But here we got the Flying Royals going on right now. Let's grab a seat and watch them perform. As we leave, the Flying Royals are still doing their thing here. I just want to get a good seat because we're going to go back to where the GASCAR was, because we're going to go for Farmyard Follies, another one of the new shows for this year. Here's a big tip for you, because we are walking in the farm area, which is obviously, as you can see, is all nothing but dirt. And also, not only this area, but then the area by the Livestock Pavilion, all that of course is dirt and hay and sod and grass and all different types of vegetation and dirt, right? Anyways, big tip for you is wear comfortable shoes. And in shoes that you're probably not afraid to get dirty in.
They're very small when they're full grown. They're only about 3 feet tall, give or take some inches. But they're a very strong and sturdy pack animal despite their very small stature. What's more impressive though is how much they can pull on a cart. Oh, good boy. We haven't done Farmyard Follies together since January. There you go, good boy. That was awesome, that was a good jump. There we go. Did you guys know that goat milk is easier for us to digest than cow's milk? A lot of people who have issues with cow's milk can have goat's milk. That's are from South America, from the Andes Mountains of Peru and Bolivia. They're a very strong and sturdy, sure-footed pack animal. Now you guys saw that she just jumped over that. Didn't knock it over, didn't even knock into it. She did a fantastic job. We're gonna go up a little bit higher though. One of the neat things about llamas is how, atta girl, let's give her a round of applause for that. That was awesome. I won't have her do that one again, no.
Gonna go into the Great American Petting Farm. Again, admission is free, but if you do want some feed, it is $5, 2 for $8. We're just gonna go in for free at the moment. Got a little baby calf here. Got some goats having fun. They'll come up to you thinking like you have food, but then they're just gonna sniff you a couple times and be like, "Yep, get away from me, you got no food." They're definitely food motivated, that's for sure. Well, you can pet them. Hi, buddy. They'll let you pet them. Hi, buddy. I see little kids here. Oh, look at that. Look at how cute those little things are. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna steal one. They have a wallaby right there. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, they have the wallaby back over. So cool. The wallaby's enjoying a nice little drink and kind of cooling off its paws. So cute. Hey. Hey. How you doing? I got nothing for you, buddy. I'm sorry. And remember, this is only open from opening of the fair at 11 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night. So do keep that time in mind, because remember, the fair is open till 11 o'clock, but this closes 3 hours earlier. Something I just saw as we're walking by, they actually have a water station here. Look at this blue tent above me. H2O depot, filtered water. Now, I think this is brand new because I don't remember ever seeing water stations like this. So this is the first one I've seen so far. And I'm going to see if there's any more around the fair. This is really good because I'm the type of person that brings my own water bottle, but I don't use the water fountains that they have, you know, like the sipping ones. So this is nice. Usually I go up to some of the vendors who have like, you know, soda fountains, and then they'll give me some water there for free. But this is nice. So that's pretty cool. So this is called the Big Wheel. Wow. More carnival rides. They got like they got bumper cars over here. They got the convoy, trucker ride. They can do monster trucks. Oh, here's something to want to mention real quick. So they also have a thing called a VIP Fast Pass Express Lane. So per the carnival rides, it's an extra fee on top of that, but it's kind of like, you know, like theme parks, in which there's like a lighting lane, like at Disneyland, right? So they take priority boarding for people who have the VIP Fast Pass, so they get onto a ride and have less wait times. Usually during the daytime like this, there's very little to no wait for these attractions. Later at night, and especially on the weekends, there will be larger wait times. A haunted house kind of style ride. This takes 4 credits. Got some pirates here. So I'm assuming this is a pirate themed haunted house of sorts. Oh, this is cute. Kitty bumper boats. Oh, that is a cute little ride. And there you got more carnival games over here. The Ladybugs, which is one of those tornado rides where they move you forward and backwards. And some more food vendors over here. I see a lot of like hamburgers and hot dogs and pizza joints. Ooh, totally baked cookie joint. That sounds pretty good. And then weenies on wheels. All right, so here are prices for you. Again, everything costs credits. So 1 credit just by itself is $1.25, all the way up to 80 credits for $100. You can purchase them here at these kiosks, but there are specialty deals to take advantage to get the most bang for your buck. Speaking of credits for the rides, there are a few things here to really save some money if you are a big ride games type of person. They do have the pay one price days that are back. I believe they're sponsored by Pepsi, in which Wednesdays and Thursdays between 11 and 8 p.m. So today's one of those days. For $50, you get unlimited play and unlimited rides. Because that's actually a pretty good deal, because remember, 1 credit was $1.25. So, you know, $50, if you're planning to do a lot of rides, that's worth it for you. Again, those are on Wednesdays and Thursdays, the pay one price ride days. They also, before the fair started, they did have a specialty thing. They did have a specialty blast pass for early bird special. You had to have gotten it before the fair started, but most likely a program that's going to be back here for next year's fair. So do keep this point in mind if you're looking at this video in preparation for 2026 fair. So now we're going to walk back to the main side of the fair. As I'm just walking by, I am noticing it does feel a little bit more populous, and not crazy crowded. This is the first day of the fair, but I have noticed more people are coming in. I can feel it, I see it, which also lends me to another tip is the earlier you go into the fair, the less people are going to be here, obviously, as all things are. The later weeks, later days of the fair is always the busiest. Right now, the earlier you come, it's going to be less crowded, less busy, so ride lines are quicker. Can essentially do the fair in one whole day, but you're really stretching yourself, limits, shows wise, time wise. It's better to just do a little bit less and kind of just enjoy yourself. So usually what I tell people to do is at least 2 days for the fair, and that gets you everything you need to get done. You get to see all the shows, you get to see all the attractions, you get to ride some rides, try some more foods. So 2 days is usually what I tell people. If you can squeeze in, it's in your budget, 2 days is the ideal rule. With all the deep fried, oily, greasy, not necessarily healthy food options, there is some healthy food options here. at the market presented by Albertsons Vaughn's Pavilions. Here you can pick up things like granolas, some chips. They do have pre-sliced packaged items like fruits and yogurts. I see some pickles, I see some hummus, waters. A little bit more healthier affair. Or quick items that you can grab if you don't want to wait necessarily in a line for like a soda. They got soda right here you can quick grab in a bottle. Honestly, let me ask you this. What fair is not complete without having an appearance of Chicken Charlie himself, the master of all the fair food that we've been known to have? I've had chicken strips, I've had the burgers, I've had deep fried Twinkies. They're known for their shrimp bowls, their frog legs. They're very popular in a baby bottle Kool-Aid, deep fried pickles, whole bunch of stuff here. So this year for the fair, not all the food vendors, but there's quite a few to do. They're doing a special $15 value meal. So some of the places will have a full meal where it includes for $15 you get an entree, a side, and a drink, or some combination thereof. It could be a full-size entree with a drink. It could be a half-size portion with a drink. You know, some sort of combination. So the whole point is that you're getting a bigger bang for your buck of getting like either a bigger item, multiple items, half order of a sandwich, and a side of fries, something along those lines. So if you are looking for a little more bang for your buck, that might be the case, because you know some of these items are anywhere from like $5 to $20, $30 even for some of the really cool, impressive items. We're going to take a quick little detour here into the Hollandia dairy area because I'm going to pick up a nice little cold drink at the moment. They do have cow milking demonstrations that will happen at the trailer over there. They usually have a cow for you to get up close and pet. This is not part of them, but they do have the pony rides as well too here. Always a fan favorite of the fair. Looks like you got some winning things. Oh, they got a new little TV setup, so that's a little bit different this time around. They do have a cow here. Hello there, beautiful. And Hollandia Dairy is a local. I believe they're up in like Vista, I think, somewhere here, but they're local to San Diego County proper. But the real reason we're in this area is for probably what I think is the best deal in town. The ever special $3 for a bottle of milk. You can do regular vitamin D whole milk. They do have a Dutch Brothers iced coffee, which is actually very delicious. I'm not even a coffee guy. And then my favorite, the original chocolate milk. So I'm gonna get a nice cold, and this is $3. Any one of these is $3. Best deal in the whole fair. So cool, and the proceeds actually go to the Don Diego Scholarship Foundation. But we're gonna go into the O'Brien Hall and the garden show area and check all that has to be done here. There's another stage show over here. They're not having any performances just yet. But this area is always fun. They usually have some cool theming going on too. These giant insects are always here all the time. They got, ooh, nice little, these might be actually original trucks. That's a cool looking Chevy. Got a Ford tractor over at 1949 Ford 8N tractor. These are some cool, I like this. So it doesn't really apply to today because it is a gloomy gray day. It was supposed to actually warm up into the 70s, but I don't think that's gonna happen today. And normally what I always like to do around this mid-afternoon days during the hottest parts, it's actually nice to go inside the pavilions because they're all AC'd and cool. So not a bad little reprieve from the heat. One of the things over here at the garden show, which I like, is they'll have beautiful gardens to showcase, but they also have professionals from various parts that have to do with garden and agriculture and whatnot. Specifically, I'll do a little plug here from my buddy Tom Hamilton of Lumber Cycle. He's talking about local lumber trade identification, but more specifically what his company can do, taking unwanted discarded product and turning into beautiful pictures like pieces like benches for parks and whatnot. And then he even brought in some samples as well too for people to check out. So we'll sit down and take a listen real quick.
The colossal trees. It's got the same vibe as that, but what makes a difference is that if you look at the leaf on the underside, the top side is like a dark green and the underside is like a rust-colored brown, which is why they call it the rusty leaf fig. Now, it's a hardwood, obviously, because you differentiate between hardwoods and softwoods by what sort of reproduction they do. Cones are the means of productions for conifers, which make up softwoods, and hardwoods use flowers to produce fruits and reproduce. Hardwoods aren't necessarily hard, obviously. You can have really soft hardwoods, and you can have really hard softwoods.
A lot of these gardens and landscapes were actually designed by professionals. It's a way for them to kind of showcase their skills. They'll usually put some sort of like advertisement on here. So if you're like, wow, I really like that Zen garden. For example, SoCal Waterscapes created this beautiful reflective lily pond of sorts. You just imagine some frogs, some koi swimming around in this area. And if you were interested in their services, you could check them out. Ooh, this big one is always fun to check out because usually it's a design of multiple landscape and designers. And they always have something really cool. Last year was like a hodgepodge of music and genres and everything from the decades because it was retro. Got a miniature train chugging along. Oh, there's one coming down this way right over here. And also, if you have the time, definitely check out the Alvarado House. Old historic family house here built in 1885. Wow. So it's celebrating 140 years. Wow. And then they always have something really cool. So it looks like Gwen's garden. I'm going to assume memorial rocks from all our friends, furred friends, feathered friends that crossed over on the Rainbow Bridge. How beautiful is this? I love it. Well, now let's check out one of the halls, the O'Brien Hall. They got something new this year, the Craft Beer Experience, where local breweries actually come here and talk about their particular beers. I believe you can actually purchase some for tastings. There is also Farm to You, that's a new exhibit here, talking about how we get our food here. You know, how the sausage is made, I guess. I don't think they'll get that graphic, but let's check it out here. So this is the Craft Beer Experience. Like I said, you can purchase some beers. They got a lot of good craft beers. Cool thing is, if whatever brewery is here doing the craft brewery, they do have free samples for you to try out, and they usually have somebody like a brewmaster or someone from the brewery himself here. So we're actually gonna go talk to them right now. So here we have 2 beers to try out here. Excited to do that. I'm actually joined by with Grant from Tap Room. How we doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man.
Good.
How you guys doing?
Always good. So he's gonna explain a few things about each of these beers. There's 2 of them to try out. The first one we're gonna try out is called Jet Black New Year, and this is a stout. So tell me about it real quick.
So Jet Black New Year is a cold stout. It's going to be a little bit different than your normal, typical 7, 8, 9% stout. It's on the lighter side, and it's 5.6%. And instead of having one stout and being done, you're kind of more in the idea of, oh, I can have another one of those. It's not typical when you're drinking a stout. So.
Good. So you're not going to feel full and heavy afterwards,
That's
huh?
right.
Like with some stouts too.
Uh-huh.
And then we're skipping ahead, but you tell me, what about Breakfast Club here? I already like the name, but what's up with this?
So Breakfast Club is an imperial cream ale. Anytime you're going to see imperial in front of any beer, you're going to have a higher ABV content. And so this one is 10.1%, but it's brewed with Dark Horse coffee. So you're going to have that flavor in there, and they did a fantastic job this year. Last year it used to be an imperial stout. So.
Very nice, very nice. That was some good beer tasting. And the brewery, the beer tastings are until 6 o'clock. So, and the beer samples are free. The ones that you purchase at the bar back over there, those you have to pay for. But the beer samples right there, you know, the 1-ounce shots, completely free. And Grant was pretty cool to talk to. So again, Tap Room, great beers. I've been to theirs before, and fun place. They got another Hollandia dairy aspect here. Again, this is talking more about like how the food kind of derives, you know? We obviously get milk and dairy products from places like Hollandia Dairy. We got this part that's talking about the various pieces of meat. We got pork, we got beef, we got chicken, of course, and the different cuts of what they're called here. A large piece of cheese that would probably last me about 1 day's worth because I love cheese so much. Oh, we got some fruit carver going on here. Let's check this out.
It's something that you haven't tried to do yet.
Oh wow, look at this. Got himself a melon there, really lit up in the back. That's really cool. Oh, this is cool here. A little pumpkin carving there of the great Master Yoda. And the gentleman over here looks like he's carving into a watermelon and creating a beautiful flower design.
Yes, I am.
Very nice. We'll have to come back and see what the finished product looks like a little bit later. We're not out yet, but this is also going to be the area where a lot of the flower judging is going to be. Obviously, there are some classes or species of particular of flowers that are out here and they've been voted on, but then you can see there are some empty tables that are going to be for some later judgings, because obviously these flowers, some of them, most of them are not going to make it the full 20 days of the fair. So if you really want to catch them at their best and brightest, come earlier. Well, this is pretty. I like the colorful flowers that they put, or the feathers that they put in here. But flowers don't really do it for me. I have such a non-green thumb. I mean, I can make a plastic plant die. That's how bad I am. Just like the beer section has, they have a winery that comes visit right now, Burtek Winery, which is a local brand. I believe they're in Vista. Yes, right there in Vista. And they do the same thing as well too. You can purchase wines by the glass, wine by the flight. Iverson Vaughn's Pavilion Kids Market. Looks like they moved it over here. This is always a little fun little attraction. You take a little shopping cart over here. They give you a shopping list, and then you go shopping. You know, they give you a list, do whatever you gotta do, and then you check out the end. Always fun for the little ones. It's interesting to see all that's going on right over here because they pretty much cut off half of the vendor aspects to it. This whole portion right there had a lot of vendors. There's still quite a few in here. We're about to check it out. But I used to always call this section the barbecue and patio section because that's pretty much where you get in. Oh, and massage because there's always massage chairs and everything about that. But then they added the farm to you and this stuff right here. That's pretty interesting. We got, see, that's what I mean by the barbecue and patios all here available for you. Get yourself a pool if you're interested in a pool. These guys with their swamp cooler ACs, they actually breeze really nicely. Yeah, this is for people who have houses, looking to do something with their house, new windows, new shutters, new gutters, new whatever it is. When it comes to the pavilion aspect for the vendors, for the sales, a lot of these are going to be the kind of like as seen on TV kind of items, the things that it chops it, cuts it, dices. You know, you get the guy with the ShamWow towel and all that type of thing. That's what you're going to expect. Some are cool. I've actually bought quite a few pieces where it's like, that actually works really nicely. But they have these all over the fair. But you have the Mattress Firm massage guys. Now, what's cool about these guys is they have a bunch of massage chairs. And they'll actually let you try out, take one of these out for a little test run. You know, 10 minutes, little massage chair type of feeling. And they set you up, you sit down, you enjoy yourself. You have to be 18 and above to do it. But, you know, they obviously want to try to make a sale, right? So be respectful. But you can sit here, do the little test demo. They put it for like 10 minutes. And I always like doing this towards the end of the fair after a long day because you get to relax, enjoy, refresh your feet a little bit. I love the leg massage chair portions of things where they really get the calves and everything going. So yeah, these are completely free to do, and you honestly can do it as often as you want. You just have to get out and get back in. But be respectful to these guys that are working here. They are trying to make a buck and try to sell you something, so you know, don't waste too much of their time, if you know what I mean. So now we're gonna go take a seat over here at the O'Brien stage, which is the stage that's right over here, right in front of the O'Brien Hall, appropriately named, because my friend Nancy's going to be having her Parrot show here in just about half an hour. So let's take a seat and watch.
Sweet is a Catalina paw.
Oh my goodness gracious, I love your shirt there, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, hey everybody, good to see you. Let up me in the sunsy, onesie mobile. Looking for all the dirty animals, I tell you what.
Way up high. Yeah, is that somewhere with the rainbow? Yeah. No. I have no idea. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Okay. Oh, okay. Honey. Okay, let's give her a big hand. That was horrible. She's going to use her beak and her feet to pull that up. Look how cute that is. Yeah, I'd like to see the osprey do that. That's not gonna happen. You can't do that. I said good bird. She's so cute.
And that was Nancy with her Parrot show. She is a dear friend of mine, and her husband actually own a camel dairy ranch that's up in kind of as you're going towards Julian, and we visited their farmhouse many times. They always usually have some open houses. They do camel rides. You can actually buy some camel chocolate, and items made with the fur or the hair of the camel, and they also have the bird show as well too. It's really fun, and definitely going to put some information for their website here, and big fans of theirs, and yeah, good show to see. Going to start off checking out the pavilion with the large whale mural, and this is the San Diego Marketplace. Celebrating that, have to do with artisans and vendors of local area here. Oh, looks like they also have some spas in here as well too. This is where the petting farm used to be, as well as the butterfly pavilion, but obviously that is different. Wow. They even have a tattoo gallery here? So we got all OG images, so it's kind of like the old star shots. Remember how you used to do with like the air like hearts, and you do like the prom photos? Oh geez, that's old school days right there. I like it. Jewelry as well there too. The fact that there is a Bay Ink tattoo guy, the fact that there's a tattoo in here is really just mind-boggling. I'm not one to get a tattoo myself personally, but I don't want to get a tattoo with potentially hundreds of people watching either, but I guess to each their own. Oh, this is pretty cool. Inflatable, like paddle boards. I see some benches, cornhole, boogie boards of sorts. That's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of paddle boarding. Some Instagrammy walls here. I mean, I know it's not, but it just looks like aluminum foil thrown around. Cotton ball hearts. You can be here like in a cafe of sorts, I guess. And then they got little mirror tiles. It's kind of cool. Okay. You start off picking up a basket, and they got old-timey candies, new candies, and they charge you by like the pound or quarter pound or something. You go through the whole thing, trying your best to only go with a couple pieces, and then they weigh it at the end and charge you. We got between the buns, pork belly bao buns, Texas toast fried chicken tacos, toasted croissant buns, ham gouda, jam and bacon. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, they got dessert ones too, and some craft lemonades. They got a sandbar, so you can enjoy your beverages here. Some cocktails, chocolate strawberry cups. These are actually very popular. They got strawberry, bananas, creams and things in there. Dip it in chocolate. And then some various, what is this? What? Oh, is this, I think these are some like wood pieces that are for judging. Yeah, they're part of the industrial arts fabricated projects. So these are all for judging purposes. Saddle benches, welding. Okay, cool. Soaps, candles, some more jewelry here, some more designs. Beeswax candles and stuff like that. Oh, some sports fan apparel and attire and memorabilia. Okay. I see some cool stuff. Hats, jerseys, jackets, pins as well too, if you're interested in pins. But this is the big addition right here, the San Diego Marketplace. So apparently everything that's in here, this is like what I call Etsy stores. And by that I mean, you know, each of these tables, sections, booth are all items that were created by local artisans, like, you know, when they have an Etsy shop, right? Oh, these are actually really cool. Look. That's actually really, really cool. I like that a lot. Oh, that's a good one right there. I like that. By Rusty Nail. I've always been a big fan of these Etsy stores, you know, these types of things. Sometimes you find some really good items here. Oh, a Forever Friend. Oh, and you can put the collar in the center right there. Oh, that's really good. I like that. Got bags here. They took an old batch of a Louis Vuitton bag. Got cowboy hats, jewelry, some bags. Ooh, honeys. You know me, I'm a big fan of honeys and jams. As we walk through in this area here, heading towards the Livestock Pavilions, there's some more food and drink offerings being provided here. This one, the Alicia's Mexican Kitchen, tortas, nacho burrito, corn in a cup, elotes, papusas. Papusas are always delicious. Loaded fries here. Oh, these are like African food. Rafikiz Foodz. Oh my goodness. Sambusas. I love me some sambusas. Oh yeah, traditional Kenyan cuisine. Love stuff like that.
Well, Rafiki is a traditional Kenyan food. I'm from Kenya, and I learned cooking from my parents. My father used to love cooking a lot. My aunties and everybody. So when I came over here, I looked around. There was no Kenyan food, and everybody was like, "Okay, I love Kenya, I love Kenya." So I decided to bring my culture in San Diego, and that's how I started like cooking over here. And like you see, these loaded plantains, you don't see it often. You only see loaded fries and all that stuff. So I decided, okay, let me bring the loaded plantains, and there we go. And this is my sampler plate. What I'm trying is the coconut rice, the black eyed peas, spicy grilled chicken, collard greens, stewed plantains, and sweet grilled chicken. This is a sample plate right here.
That's a sampler, my goodness. Honestly, all of this food looks just absolutely amazing. I don't even know where to begin. I love like East African, Ethiopian, you know, that type of food. I love it. You know, big fan of Ethiopian food. I don't think I've ever really had traditional Kenyan food per se, so I'm interested. But it all smells like, I really wish you could smell how good this smells. It's, I'm gonna go through this sampler dish. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to eat. Oh. That chicken is absolutely amazing. Oh wow. It's got a sweet heat to it. 5 out of 5 on that chicken. That coconut rice with this tomato sauce, I'm assuming it's a tomato sauce. Absolutely amazing. Let's try these plantains right here. Oh wow. It's kind of like plantains, but like in kind of like a slightly spicy tomato sauce. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is everything here. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is a 30 out of 5. It's so good. But no, this is amazing. Wow. And then they also gave me to try a pineapple cream cheese sambusa. That's good. That's delicious. Look, and did you see how big that sambusa was? That's pretty good. Wow. Loaded plantains, which have this chicken on top of plantains. Oh wow. I'm not just saying this. This is all absolutely amazing. Rafikiz Foodz, a masterpiece in food. This is all 5 out of 5. This is absolutely amazing food.
And now it is time for 3 razor-sharp machetes, a 7-foot-tall unicycle, and 1 magnificent mulch.
They usually rotate the animals every week or so, give or take. Usually they'll have, like, you know, the sheeps and goats for one of them. Then they may have cows for another one. It looks like this time around we're going to start off with sheeps, rams, goats, things of that nature. Oh wow, look at that. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing? And one thing I do like about these areas is because a lot of these are being raised by 4-H, FFA members, people who actually have ranches that grow these for either wool purposes, meat purposes as well too. I mean, it's so cool because you actually get to see how these animals are taken care of day in, day out, and how much effort and care and love really goes into these animals for whatever their purpose is, right? If you catch them at the right time, there are people who own these animals and they'll actually answer questions, give you some tips, tricks. Maybe you're interested in raising one yourself and being like a little home farmer. They'll give you the truth. And like right here, there's this one right over here. It looks like she's prepping this one here, getting it all cleaned up and ready. Yeah. Hello there. Oh, look at that, how cute, how cute, how cute. Oh, and look at that, we got some walking around. Hey, buddy. Checking out the next pavilion over here. This is where the Horseshow Experience is going to be. But they are doing something different than last year. Last year, this whole area was open and they had like the show jumping and little things with the horses. But this year, they just have more pens for some animals. Oh, I do see. Okay, so they have the alpacas here, and they were recently sheared. And then also they have alpaca items here for you to purchase, made from the wools. Just in the Labradoodle. That can't be a real thing, can it? It was origin of baby doll and a harlequin sheep. So this is oh, look at this. It's part of the Oasis de Hemo Dairy and Ramona, my friends Nancy and Gil. So apparently they're leading the effort to develop this breed through selective breeding. So it is a real breed. Wow, okay. But over here they got the Horseshow Experience. Now all these horses that are here, I mean, these are award-winning prize horses. You can see like this one right over here, lots of ribbons next to its name. These horses are probably worth more than me, to be honest with you. And there is a different theming per each week. 1 week is going to be like showcase jumping. The other week is going to be about like Western style and whatnot. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I spoke too soon. Because out here I see, yes, okay. So they've actually outgrown the pen that was inside over there. So now the Horseshow Experience is actually out here. Look at this. Okay, so they actually have some pens over here. And then there's some pens over there with some grandstands. And here it is. Yeah, so here, when they do have the shows, we missed them for the day. But I'm going to put in some footage of kind of like what you would expect if you came to one of these. Obviously, it'll be slightly different because it was in the old pavilion that we just passed. But you can see they have almost like essentially a full course here of all the different obstacles that they would have to jump over. Wow, okay. This is really cool. I like this. We are walking a little bit further down past the pavilions because one of the fair staples of every San Diego County fair is the Swifty Swine's pig racing. And there's one that's coming up here very shortly at 6 o'clock. Gotta go get a seat. And these are the type of shows where if you're not here at least 10-15 minutes on a lesser day and like half an hour before a busier day, you are not going to get a spot. These shows are so popular. They're a fair staple here, and they're really cute, really fun. And seeing little Swifty do her little swim across, so cute. So I can see a few spots still available, so let's go find one.
Section number 1, racing for you out of lane 1 in the blue, from the movie Footloose. Give it up for Kevin Bacon. All right, section 1, you are sounding good tonight. Running for you. Section 2 out of lane 2 in the orange, from America's Got Talent. Please welcome Simon Sowell. All right, section 2, there you go. Running for you. Section 3 out of lane 3 in the red. He's kind of cool. Please welcome Brad Pig. There we go, section 3 and running for you. Section 4 out of lane 4 to black. He missed the Super Bowl three-peat by just a little bit this year. Please welcome Patrick Mahams. All right, there we go. They are lined up and they're ready to run. Who's ready for some pig racing now? Let's go. Number 1. Go, Swifty, go. Go, Swifty, go. Go, Swifty, go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, the little piggy paddling and diving for you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
It is a fair classic. You have to do it every year. There's no doubt about it, and it's always fun. Getting down through the pavilion area to where the Del Mar Fair Arena is at. And check out what's over here. Down here at the Del Mar Arena area, we have the Dole Whips, the funnel cakes, always a popular item here. And we talked about it earlier, and yes indeed, they removed all those nonprofits and the law enforcement and the military. They used to be right over here, this whole corridor, and it's not there anymore. So they definitely removed them to the Funville Arena. The Del Mar Arena over here, they some judges or band actually in the center, but this is the Del Mar Arena. This is where they're going to have things like the monster trucks, BMX, motocross, things of that nature. The powwow will also be here. The Native Indigenous Day powwow will be here. And anything that's in the Del Mar Arena is completely free or included with your admission to the fair. This is going to be the east side gate the arena gate, as it's called. There is an entrance and an exit right over there, as you can see. But the main entrance is right in front of the sound. We're gonna go check that out real quick. Over here at the sound, they do have another entrance over here, the sound arena gate. Here at the sound, they actually have a few events happening this time around. These are going to be extra paid events. So right now, Taylor shines. She's kind of like a Taylor Swift impersonator, but she has a laser show going on there. But what's cool about it is at the sound, as you can take a look by the schedule here, there's actually quite a bit going on this time around. So the sound behind me is a music venue that's owned by or ran by the Belly Up Tavern and the society or the club that's in charge of that in Solana Beach. They have this place here too called the Sound. And this year for the fair, they actually have quite a few acts that are happening here. Tickets to the event itself does include tickets to the fair. So for example, if you're here for Taylor Shines, you pay whatever it cost was for the concert or the show, and then part of that is your admission to the fair for the day of the performance. They have, I know that Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway is going to be here as well too. Cesar Milan, Dog Whisperer, is going to be here. I can actually hear the Taylor Swift cover going on right now. But yeah, they actually have quite a few, and there's not every day of the fair, but quite a few. There's actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days of the fair is going to be having something here at the Sound. Again, admission to the show of the Sound does include admission to the fair. So this year, see this sign right there? It's a distinguished gentleman, but it's actually a speakeasy called Hair of the Dog. They actually brought back the secondary speakeasy this year. A couple years ago, they had a secondary speakeasy. It was like a barbershop kind of vibe to it. There's a VIP club area over here that overlooks the arena. And they brought it back here. This one's called Hair of the Dog. And if you notice the booth that's right there, that's where I was able to get the wristband that's going to get me into the speakeasy. It's not really much of a speakeasy when you know where the bar is at and there's no real requirement. Let's check this out. Oh, look at this. I love the Chihuahua dressed up. These three gentlemen. So cool. And I think there is a whiskey drink that has like donuts in it. Like that's the one. Oh, look at that little guy. That's so cool. We're gonna go in and have a quick drink. Look at that. So cool. I like this. Got dog statues all over the place. Got the portraits right over here. So cool. Look at this. All the sign, Frenchies, everything a dog fan would love. How cute. It's got a little bit of a upper crust vibe to it. I think they said it was supposed to be like dogs meet Bridgerton? Is that what they call it? Bridgerton, I think is what they described it as. We'll go through the whole speakeasy as a whole. Like the furniture, the blues, the golds, very regal, very royal. Love all the portraits on the wall here. I love this, so cute. Wow, I like this a lot. And then they have two royal chairs here at the end with a Frenchie. Wow. Lots of tables, lots of high tops. And like I said, it overlooks the SD Arena. So not a bad spot if you have a show or something you want to check out. I like the vibe here. This is cool. This is my style. And it's not too busy right now. So let's go grab a quick drink while we are here. So here is the menu. They got quite a bit of good crafted cocktail. The Tabby Cat, which is a Grey Goose vodka and peach one. The Pink Poodle, dark rum, cherry bitter, stuff of that. Hound Dog is the one I'm thinking I'm gonna get. Bourbon, maple syrup, orange bitters, orange twist, and a donut hole. The Chihuahua, which sounds pretty good. Of course, it's a margarita. So cool. Golden Retriever, double shot Patron Silver, Havana Brown. That's an espresso vodka, Kahlua half and half. Maine Coon Manhattan, Bullet Bourbon Manhattan, Filthy Cherry. The Frenchie and a Gimlet. They got quite a bit. They also have some beers, some wine, and non-alcoholic Red Bull sodas and canned drinks. And they even have some Scooby snacks for you to munch on. And there it is. Look how beautiful. Thanks to John for making such a beautiful drink. It is the Hound Dog, aka the Basset Hound, depending on who you're asking. Again, bourbon, maple syrup, orange bitters, orange twist, and a donut hole. Pretty cool to me. The Hound Dog or the Basset Hound, depending on the look, it's a bourbon drink, and I'm a whiskey guy, so this is perfect. Cheers to you, sir. That's a good drink. Nice, done. Yeah, it's a whiskey lover's drink. Very good. Mapley, so it has a little desserty taste to it and a little sweetness because of the maple syrup brings it down. I like it's a Canadian old fashioned essentially, you know, minus the Canadian whiskey. Pretty good. 4.5 out of 5. We got done with the speakeasy there. Wonderful. I did talk to the bartenders afterwards. They were great guys. John especially was really cool. Shout out to him. But I did find out, so the hours for the speakeasy are gonna vary slightly, but for the most part, they're always gonna be open at 12 o'clock. They may open a little bit earlier, 11:45, but 12 o'clock, and they pretty much are guaranteed to go till 8 o'clock. And then past 8 o'clock, it depends on how busy the bar is. If it's a dead day like it is today, opening day of the fair, they said that pretty much 8 o'clock they'll be done. They'll do last call around 7:30. But if it's a little bit busier of a day, Friday, Saturday, weekends, or it just ends up being a little bit nicer and busier, then they may stay open till close to 10 o'clock. But they do close earlier than the Rooftop bar does above the racetrack. That one does close last call at 10:30. Got to be out by 11. So just keep that in mind. So if you want to visit both speakeasies, probably want to try to make this one first and then the other one second. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be doing it, but there is of course the very famous slingshot ride. Well, there's some brave soul suckers that are about to potentially do it. But yeah, again, that's a fair staple that's been here for many years, and one other ride that you will never ever see me do. Well, you know what, let's go check out Pets Rock live on tour. This is the main themed exhibit. They always do something like this every year for whatever the theme is, and of course since it's the summer Pet-tacular, it's all going to be gone to the dogs essentially. Learn how to swim. They got fake advertisements for businesses. The Ruins Cafe and Comedy Club, love it. The Pet Reporter neighborhood news. It's so cool. Those are kind of like a dog neighbor. Meow Mart Cat Supplies, like the front street of a shop. Oh, there is somebody who's a hooting and a hollering right now, I can tell. Bus stop. This is so cool. Let's see what we got here. Meow Court. Let's see. Think about adopting a reptile? Okay. So, oh, I see. So we're talking about all the different types of pets and friends that we have here. We got things like a leopard gecko. Oh, that's cool. Where is he at? There he is. Look at that. There's a leopard gecko right over there. Different types of reptiles and amphibians. All of our scaly friends. Is that? It is. It's a sulcata tortoise. I love these guys. And they don't get that much bigger. That's pretty much like about as big as he gets, maybe a little bit larger than that. Great pets. Tortoises make absolutely amazing pets if you can take care of them. I actually want to get a tortoise myself. Maybe a little bit smaller one. What we have here, this is a milk snake. Wow. And a Russian tortoise. These guys make actually a really great pet because they don't get really big of a size. Easy to take care of, maintain. A scorpion. And a ball python. Is that it? It is. It's a blue-tongued skink. Oh, wow. Who is making that? Oh, there he is. This is Kiwi. A Kiwi, a cockatoo. And he is making some good noise. Hi, Kiwi. Wow. There's no need for that, Kiwi. There's no need for that.
Hello.
It's definitely he definitely hurts the eardrums, that's for sure. Well, look at this, some famous birds in pop culture history. Donald, Daffy, Howard, Hedwig, the Ugly Duckling, Owl, Roadrunner, Zazu, Woodstock, and Big Bird. Oh, you can take these are some cool Instagrammy photos. Take one here in a bird's nest. Very large macaw. He's having a good time, that Kiwi. Oh, I was like, oh, it's a blue and gold, but nope, it's stuffed. This is cool. I love the tiki. Love the tiki. Oh, and the Humane Society is even here, and they actually have an ambassador here in which you can say hi, and that is Miss Charlotte, a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. Look at how cute. Hello. She's tree motivated at the moment. Look at that. Got Cahoots Pet and Feed. They're a sponsor here of the fair. Oh, okay. We got POOCH-E Toons. You can have your dog turn into a caricature like that, and I believe it's a paid thing. You know what? I think I'm going to get that a little bit later. Let's go back and see that in a second. We got some of our more smaller rodent friends here. We got guinea pigs. Look at that. And then we got Oh, some more Instagrammy. Lift some weights, get physical. Oh, that's right. Tiny but mighty fitness. That's cute. How far can you leap? 15 feet like a rabbit, 10 foot like a frog, 8 like cats, 5 or 2. Heck, the way my knees feel right now, I don't know if even I could do 2. I could probably do 1. Ooh, bunnies. Oh, I can tell by the bubble theme that I bet you were going to, yep, aquariums. So we got some fish friends here. Lots of beautiful fishes here. Wow. Oh, you even got some frogs over there. You can live your life out as a mermaid here in this clamshell, or like a Venus de Milo. Oh, these are some insect friends of ours here. Don't know what type of insects are in them. They don't really have signage. Got a large toadstool. Some people do keep insects as pets. Here is Hip Hop. He's a White's tree frog. Talking about different cats in pop culture. Garfield, Hello Kitty, Mr. Jinx, Mr. Bigglesworth. Of course, probably Cat in the Hat, the most famous of the cats. Oh, you'd be a crazy old cat lady with her crochet blanket and a picture frame here. They got, oh, are there actual cats in here? Yes, they are. Look at that. We'll see here in a second. 8 of the most common cat colors: calico, tuxedo, white, gray, pointed, tortoiseshell, tabby, and black. Oh, they got, oh, they do. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Wow, they have it.
This is Raja, the hairless Sphinx cat.
Yeah, oh my goodness, they do have a Sphinx cat. Some art. Oh, that's cute. Oh, like masterpieces, but with cats instead. That's really cool. I like this. This is really cool. All the Instagrammy photo spots. Talking about, oh, I went through the backstage. Oh, and they have Pet Vet. This is a caring for critters, big and small. Looks like a little play area for the littlest, adventurous, future veterinarians. Oh, and Blue apparently is right over there too. Look at her. Got dog. You can wear a stethoscope. You can do medical lab coat. Put some bandages on a stuffed animal. So cool. The Kiwi finally settled down over there. Good. Oh, here we go. Some more about dogs. Oh, I already see one of my favorite dogs of all time. Snoopy. Got Toto, Air Bud, and all of his renditions that he had. It's a Snoopy house. Can you go on it? Can you go on it? I mean, it looks sturdy enough. Go team go. Or maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, they did. They had some sort of like go-karts that you can push and roll down the hill. Some are Pet-tacular. Instagrammy spots. Oh, so but like obedience school, get it? Obedience school, that's great, I love it. Very large car. It's a rug. It's a composition book carpet, that's pretty cool. You can play in a very large dog bath ball pit. Some fun facts about animals. Wait, do they actually have some dogs here? They do. They got some wolves here. They got some pets. Look at that little guy. Oh, look at that furry thing. Look at you, you're so cute. We got Snoopy's. Hi, guy. Hi, come here. Come here. Come here. All right, put that one on the chair. I love that one. Come here. One of these are. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you are. Oh, and probably the best pet around, a pet rock. Very well trained, very well behaved, minimal maintenance, a few veterinary bills every now and then, but for the most part, a good pet, a very good pet. Very cool. And notice that you're using just a Crayola marker. That's a...
No, we try not to overcomplicate it. Over the years, we've found out that I could charge more for these drawings if I used higher-end tools. It's unnecessary.
So, but the POOCH-E Toons are only going to be here at the Pet Pavilion thing that they have there. But your Caricature guys, I saw them all over the place that they like
so
normally.
Actually, this is a Sandiego Fair exclusive.
Okay.
I will, even though I have all the online presents for this year, I'm only drawing pets at the Sandiego.
Gotcha. Okay, let us see the final product here. Oh, and look at that. Look how cute she is with the crown and everything.
I'm not going to call her Poppy. We're going to rename her Scrap. Right? All right. So, folks, Rowan came up, played a game show, won a fake box of tricks, and then we made him as a beautiful puppy. And before I send you back with your puppy, let me get you a doggy bag. And that way you won't drop the pieces around the fairgrounds. All right? Hang out. I'll be right back. I got a doggy bag for you right here, Rowan. We'll use this one. All right. Rowan, let's grab your puppy. Come with me, please. Put this into here. I'm going to blow some air in. Actually, I'll blow a little air in the bag because I don't want to poke holes in the bag. Otherwise, the puppy will fall out. It's in pieces, okay? So I'm going to go like this, Rowan. Get a little air in there. Do you think that's enough? All right, Rowan, you've been up here for a little bit. Have you had fun? Okay. You haven't seen a lot of magic though, have you? We've been screwing around up here and stuff, but are you ready for magic? Check it out, Rowan. 3, 2, 1. It's Poppy, everybody! Come on! That's for you, Rowan! Now,
well, you know what time it is for a snack, and one of my favorite ones of all fairs, I have to get it, is Tasty Chips, fresh homemade slices. And I got my basket right here ready to go. Delicious, and I like mine a little softer. They cook it crispier, I like it a little softer. That's just the way I like it, but they're delicious and a 5 out of 5 every time. We hear some music going on here. We're gonna cross by real quick here. We're in the Paddock section now of the fair. This is where you're going to have the Chevy Paddock, which is a free concert. Tonight, Ozzo Modley is playing, which honestly, they're a big enough band that I think they could be on the main stage. But over on that side is going to be, if you go through those doors, that's where they're going to have like the fine arts, drawing, photography, and whatnot. But that's also how you can access the main stage concert. But they got a little plaza here with tables and chairs you can relax in, listen to some music. And this is where we're heading into, I like to call it the Mexican little plaza area here, because Corona always usually sponsors this area. There's usually a beer garden over here, and then some Mexican food items as well too. Got cafe de olla over here. We got 3 things of Mexican food. 3 tacos, I see nachos, I see elote. Oh, that's where they got the Mexican La Jolla noodles. That thing looks absolutely amazingly crazy. They got 3 different food vendors, but they have the Mexican La Jolla noodle. So I found out $24, you get the ramen cup. They put birria consomme on it, that's the juice that you're gonna be getting. Nachos, corn, mayo, chipotle sauce, a whole bunch. It's like a tosti locos, an elote, and a birria had a baby in a cup. That's pretty much the best way to think about it. I don't think I can stomach this, all of it right now, at the way I feel, but this is the place to get it for the La Jolla noodles. Maybe another day. I do love when the fair comes out at night. All the neons, all the lights show up. Love it. But what we're going to do, that's the fun zone area. That'll probably be the last thing we check out for the night, because we'll just do a quick walkthrough of that. But what we're going to do is, since it is 8:30 and we're running out of time, is we're going to go into the halls, because these halls do close earlier than the rest of the fair. And this is my favorite section of the halls, that they have the general minerals, gems, jewelry, and the fossils.
Alright. What color are you thinking? What color are you hoping for? Ready? Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, let's step inside here. These are, like I said, these are my favorites of these types of exhibits here. We're jumping in. On the right-hand side, you're gonna have the fossils. On the left-hand side, you're gonna have all the cool little precious and semi-precious stones. Ooh, some fossils here, some bones. Ice Age bison, this is cool. Wow. Oh, what's that? A Lakota fossilized bison jawbone war club. Look at that, and you can tell because of the wrapping that, you know, the reed wrapping or whatever for the hand grip. This is so cool. Wow. So they have a few vendors here that do sell some precious metals, semi-precious, fossilized items here. You can get some of the cheaper items, the things you can make bracelets out of and earrings. But then they do have some of the nicer specimens here. I always like to see what they have here. They got a cave bear paw for 1800. They got, what do we have here? Phytosaur rib. They got a woolly tooth, shell of some sort of tortoise. A plesiosaur, one of my favorite of all the marine reptiles. A vertebrae there. So cool. So I always like to just check out what they have here, because you never know. I've picked up a couple ammonite specimens before too. I got some on my desk at work. Some cross sections. There's a mammoth tooth cross section, a tyrannosaur tooth section, a ceratops, an onchiopristis spine, oh, and a hadrosaur tooth. So cool. Fish specimen, obviously lots of obsidian specimens. Oh, and some of my favorites of all, Megalodon, Carcharodon, Megalodon. I always love a good shark tooth specimen. A Spinosaur tooth, that is cool. How much are those going for? $40 for a Spinosaur. I might actually pick myself up one of those. Some other specimens here. This one, Megalodon, impacted with some oyster shells here. Fossil fish. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful specimen right there. A fossil bear dog limb. A old fossil marine reptile. This is so cool. Some more Megalodon species. Oh, teeth of an Oreodont. An old a relative of rhinos. Mosasaur, one of my favorites. A Spinosaur. Wow. I love the colors of petrified wood and how they just look to be. It's like, I mean, I could never in a million years come up with a design like that, but nature can do it. Well, this one won first place here. A fossil crab, a Harpactocarcinus. And what really is more beautiful is that, first of all, it looks very much intact. But then the way that they go is that this was originally probably encrusted in one very large rock, and then they eventually chipped away with it with patience and time, and they got to the point where they were able to release the crab in its pose right there without breaking it apart. Lots of patience, lots of talent to get to that level. Lots of various crystals as well in here too. Quartzes, I see chalcedon, amethyst, smoky quartz, kunzite, adenite, tourmaline, cuprite, opal. Lots of beautiful stones here. And then we were speaking earlier about geodes. These are some more precious ones here that have very beautiful quartz on the, or beautiful colorizations on the inside. Look at that. And you actually might get lucky with some of the quartz out there, the geodes. You could potentially get something that looks similar to these. But this is fun over here. And the black room over here has the glow getters, as they call them. But then we take a look inside some of these display cases here, and look at these. Gems and minerals exposed to UV black light. Look at the colors that just pop out of these. They look unreal. Look something sci-fi, futuristic-y. Wow. And then over here we have some of those orbs that we saw, polished spheres. This is under shortwave UV light. Again, they look like real planets in here. This one's under long wave UV, so you can see the exposure is a little bit brighter and longer here. Wow. That one's as bright as the sun. Next door is the woodworking one, which actually, a couple things about this one is every day at 1 o'clock, they actually have docent tours here at the woodworking section. So I believe it's in the front area right there. Sign up, first come, first serve, completely free. And they have a docent tour that shows you around this woodworking exhibit. And what's cool about it, apparently, I think this is like the largest woodworking exhibit, like fair-wise, like of all the fairs. So it's pretty impressive. And I always find something here that I absolutely love and need to have. But the prices are pretty crazy. And don't get me wrong, the art speaks for itself of how beautiful these things are. I mean, just look at this one right here. This is called Dancing Drawers. Look how cool that looks. This was $4,000 if you wish to buy it. Oh, the intricacy of this toucan box here. Look at that. Wow. Oh, some birds over here. This was not for sale. Very beautiful. Oh, what is this? What is this? A C60 lounge chair. That is pretty cool. I like this a lot. Not for sale. I like it. I want one. Look at this. Purple heart, maple, dyed birch, and plywood. Special award, Sandiego Woodturners Annual Award to Brian Thompson. That is beautiful. Doesn't even look real. Looks like it's painted like that. But no, those are wood pieces right there. Wow. Even with these ones right here. Look at these. What is this? That's crazy. I think a skate thing created. I think these are old, used skateboards. And skateboards are usually compounds of like various levels of wood and materials compressed together and glued together. And it does come with that striping. So I think that's old skateboard. It still looks really cool. The Spirit of Mexico, the golden eagle with a serpent in his mouth on top of the cactus. And I think my favorite of always when it comes to the woodworking is the musical instruments. Wow. Yep, a skateboard guitar, reclaimed skateboard guitar. Wow, that's a pretty one with the abalone inlay. A small soundboard. These are really cool. Okay, this one wins it for me right here. This is the one right here. They took old chairs from the Jack, and then they put it on these cool wood mounts, but then you have cup holders in the shape of home plate. They put some bats on there right now. This is it. This won it for me. Quit all the voting. This is the winner right here. Done. Sandiego Woodturners. They always have some cool items here. You can actually, they got little tops that you can purchase for a little donation. They also have some really cool pens that come in various designs and colors that I like, and just a little donation goes to their tops are $5 and pens are $20. So now what we're going to do is just a little bit before 9 o'clock, we're going to go into the other part of the Paddock Pavilion here that has some of the fine art. We'll go through it real quick. A lot of local artists here, those from Southern California. Same area in which there is the Speakeasy. They do have the photography and fine arts exhibit. Photography is going to be upstairs on the second level. Fine arts down here below. And you can see this is where we're going to have some of the local artists. Some world-renowned actually have had their names here in the fairgrounds. Some pieces I can have a great understanding for. Appreciate the art. Oh, I like this shark. And then sometimes there's art pieces where I'm just like, I don't understand it. But then again, art is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. Oh, nice little skyline at night of downtown San Diego. Like that. Emerald Towers, America Plaza, the Hyatt. Pretty cool. Looks like this mask won Best of Show here at the Fine Art Gallery. Definitely have elements of Central American, Aztec, Mesoamerican stylings. Obviously the beach scenes are always well represented here at the San Diego Fair. Really, you can't really think of the San Diego without thinking of the Pacific Ocean, can you? We're gonna grab a quick drink over at the Tank. Yes, the Tank right over here. It's the same speakeasy the ones at the Rooftop bar over there. Check in over here. They have a password for you. Don't worry about it. Just check in, show your ID, and then as normal, we go over here inside the Turf Club area, go to the elevators, take it to the top, and we'll grab a quick drink. We'll check it out and see how it looks. Look at this. Got off the elevator and it's already full of the theming going on here. Again, this is called The Tank by Destination Unknown. They got the GPO around a nice cocktail drink. They even have some house rules apparently too. Keep it peaceful, sip responsibly, be kind to crew, mind your time, keep it chill, care for the space, and play by the rules. And it's always at the Rooftop bar, and the signs will let you know where to go. A little more experiential version of it. I like it.
So if you go up here and you're gonna see the rock.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, this is cool. A little more experiential of a vibe going on here for the party. Got some copyright music, so I'll talk while we're going through. Oh, okay, there we go. So now we splashed into the water. And then for the most part, it's the same after that. But got the Destination Unknown Instagram wall with paper mache, blacklight animals. Oh, a manta ray. Always got some cool fish up here. They always have like lounge areas with some fire pits. They got some cool areas for you to sit with some friends. And you do get a really cool view of the concert. If the concert's still going on, can actually hear and see the concert, but you get a cool view of the Funville Fun Zone area. Look at that. And yeah, there's still, I think the concert's still potentially going on. We might be able to hear a little bit of it still. Oh, okay, here we go. Got some more black light with the jellyfish happening. Ooh, look at that. Wow, okay, that's cool. I like this, the black light with the jellyfishes. That's cool, that's cool. And we go into the main bar area. This is the covered portion of it. There are tables and chairs down below, but got mermaids and crabs, starfish, corals. Also, here at this speakeasy, they do have water for you that you can actually take cups. I've filled up my water bottle here before. It's really nice. Okay, some belly tables here. Love the black light. Okay, this is cool. I like this, I like this. A treasure chest. Some more wicker furniture. Kind of gives you the Golden Girls vibe to it. I love it. Oh yeah, this is real nice. Real nice, okay. Let's take a look at the menu here. Looks like we have, so you can get everything in a souvenir cup. They got a doggy bag for $5, a glow cup for $6, manatiki for $5 on top of the price of drink. They got a mermaid's tail, which is Malibu rum, guava nectar, coconut, splash of pineapple juice, grapefruit liqueur, and cotton candy. A goldfish, which is gin and pog juice. A Moon Valley Mai Tai, which is rum, syrups, citron, simple syrups, a dark rum float. They got the Pineapple Express, Bacardi Light Rum, Spice Rum, Pineapple Juice, Orange Juice, Coco Real, the Tank Fish Bowl, Smirnoff Vanilla Vodka, Lychee Liqueur, White Cranberry Juice, Lychee Real, and then a Tiki Old Fashioned, which is Bullet Old Bourbon, Tiki Bitters, Filthy Cherry, Orange Twist. We also have some margaritas as well too. The Clownfish, which is a Double Patron Silver, the Coral Rita, Tres Agave Strawberry Mix. This one, the Clownfish is pineapple juice, strawberry for the Coral Rita. The Italian Guppy has amaretto and orange juice. And the Barracuda Margarita has Tres Agaves and mango chili mix. They of course also have beers, some cocktails that you can get a la carte if you don't want anything of the specialty menu ones, and non-alcoholic sodas and waters. Also, if you want, you can get a margarita float of all 4 of those margaritas. They'll give you for $76, 4 double margaritas included. So you get all of them for $76, so it's cheaper that way. Essentially, you're buying 3, get 1 free. Okay, so I broke down and got the goldfish, which is a gin, pog juice, orgeat syrup, basil, simple syrup, bitters, lime juice, and a fresh basil. And I ended up just getting a little extra because why not? I got the glowy cup, and the glowy cup was an extra $6 on top. This looks like a nice tiki drink here. They have more like tiki style drinks here at this bar. It makes sense. You're supposed to feel like you're underwater, right? So I do love good pog, and this sounds right up my alley. Ooh. Oh yeah. Also, just so you know, all the cocktails, they're kind of like a pre-mixed style. They pour in, like, they're good, but they pre-mix them and they put them together, but they kind of come from like a batch, and then they add the garnishes and things of that nature. And they are doubles, so they're actually pretty strong, and this one definitely has the strongness to it, but the pog sweetens it up really nicely, which is nice. I like that a lot. A little too sweet for my liking, but It's a good drink. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. We're walking our way over to the pavilions to check out all the shopping halls, including where they have all the arts portion over here, because since they got moved. But as you can see in the areas behind me, more shops, more vendors, more foods areas. Hollandia, that's under the type of theme park I want to be a part of. And a better look here of the Cosby Hall. A lot of the same vendors you're going to be seeing year after year. Different things that you can see like as seen on TV. Always something good to get is the All About Dips, my buddies over here, because they have some of the best dips in town, and you can get samples. All you gotta do is grab some fresh pretzels, and then they literally have like 20 different types, from spicy to bland, and you know, rich and creamy, and all the different ones, savory, sweet. Just grab some pretzels, as you see they're handing out right now, and dip whatever you like. And you can try all of them multiple times, trust me. But they're really good dips. Scooters are actually really cool if you have anybody who has mobility issues. The Euro scooter is very portable. And then they have more massage chairs, orthotics. It's always funny to see like the same vendors here every year, and like in the same spot, nothing different. It's amazing sometimes to see that way. It's crazy. I see more AAA here this year. The Licorice Factory. I'm not a big fan of their licorice, but that's just me. Then they got more Labubus, more Lafufus. There's been more of these Daiwa massage chairs that I've been seeing lately. They're a big competitor to the other massage chair companies, and I've already seen 2 other booths of theirs. Something smells good. Ghost Scream Hotels. Got things like knives, all these little vibrating things that supposedly cause like health benefits to you. I don't get what they do. Various wallets and items. Always good to find a toe ring in there. Mom's chocolate chip cookies, always a big hit. A quick tour. Unfortunately, I wish I had more time. But like I said, these vendors do close at 10 o'clock. So the exhibit halls, the vendor halls, all close at 10 o'clock. So do keep that in mind if you are trying to plan accordingly. So yeah, hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what is available, what's for sale here. This is where you're gonna have the things like people who did their prize jams and jellies. They got some of the baked goods here. What we got? The bake competition here with some cookies. Oh, what the heck is this? A big old crochet turtle? Wow, that's a big old turtle. They got crocheted items, quilts over here. We're gonna go through this area relatively quickly. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, plastic pieces and trash picked up by somebody who, oh, he's a beachcomber. So these are things that they picked up throughout the years, including, unfortunately, trash and toys and a little drone as well, too. That's interesting. Disney in Hawaii. Ooh, tiki room. There's definitely some stuff in here I would like. I have that pin. Ooh, some Pokemon cards. I think the collections is actually my favorite when it comes to this place, because they always have all the weird collections. Ooh, people who collected fortune cookie fortunes. Unicorn items. Things that have to do with what? In the wild. Oh, where they picked, again, things that they found in the wild, including a Barack Obama plate. That is interesting. Measuring spoons. This person has a relatively large collection of rubber duckies. Beautiful pieces of art. Amateur photographers, professional photographers. A lot of art from the high schools and the elementary schools around. Okay. Got Bopar. Got this guy, Patrick Henry. Oh, that's San Diego State jersey right there. That's cool. A baseball. Hey, some of these photos are actually really good. Various art pieces drawn of various medias. I always like these ones, the ones where they do like a half face that was actually like from a photo or printer, and then they hand draw the other half of it. And these are all things that can be submitted by you or your class. If you're teaching an art class, you can actually submit items of your class here. You yourself can submit things here as well too, just if you want to do it by yourself. Doesn't have to even have a class. All these submissions are provided by people who want to donate, or not donate, but give their items here for the fair. You do get your items returned back to you. So don't worry about that. It's like all these collectible items, you know, the souvenirs, the collections, they get returned to them at the end. But obviously they have to be here for the month of the fair. All the series of Starbucks coffee mugs of the various locations. Oh, a whole bunch of different hazard tools. Wow. Oh, various decks of playing cards. I could appreciate that. Like the movie buckets and cups and everything that you get from all the different various films. Wow, they got quite a bit. Oh, Mickey ears, Mickey and Minnie ears. Ooh, Back to the Future items. This is cool. Even a match made in space. Marty's dad makes that book. This is pretty cool. Well, one of the last things we're going to check out is the last zone, and that is the fun zone, where he's going to have all the more thrilling carnival rides, some carnival games, and lots of bright neon lights. Lots of cool rides here. Again, everything takes credits to ride. Lots of bright neons. Carnival games as well too. Ones that could, these are 8 credits, get you 3 balls. This one's something to do with Avengers of some sort.
And throw 1 ball at a time.
And it stops in the center for a moment. And now we go the other way.
Come on. You can win. Anyone can win. Anyone can win it.
They do have a log flume ride, the Wild River. Looks like there's a couple drops to it. One larger one and then one that kind of goes a little slippy slidey. That's a big no-no. Big no-no. Yeah, no. Yeah, not gonna happen. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I like, no. That's a no. Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Nope, not happening. I don't know how many times I can say no. It's a no. You got the Raptor coaster. Oh, there's one about to launch right now. Look at the Raptor coaster about to happen. It's jumping. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's actually kind of looks like a cool ride. And their cars are painted like Jurassic Park. And this is the west entrance / exit. That's there is some parking lots over here as well too. We're gonna check out one of the souvenir shops for San Diego County Fair Summer Pet-tacular specific branded items, which are always fun. But this year I found some cool items I think I really am interested in. You have the zip-up hoodie with the logo on the front and on the back. Oh, nothing on the back. I saw one that had like the colored stuff on the back of it. But they got things like, oh my dog, cute kitty. You know, lots of animal inspired apparel this year. They got the tote bags, zip up tote bags that you can get with the Summer Spectacular logo on there. They got the shirts like the dogs, the stickers that say, you know, say hi to your dog for me. My dog says hi at the fair, embroidered. Same thing with the cat on the pocket. Sure, okay, here is the logo on the shirt itself. They got this one like the outline of a cat and dog with the fair. This one with a blue block of the dog is pretty good. Ooh, San Diego County Fair, that one looks really nice, I like that. Oh, this one looks cute, a happy dog with his bone. They do have some pins right here of the logo of the fair, magnets, some shot glasses, and then they do have the souvenir, refillable cups, San Diego County Fair Summer Pet-tacular. Pretty cool. I like that. And I believe they are $10 for those bottles. This is one of the things I saw. It's not necessarily Padres. It does say San Diego County Fair 2025, but it's in the color of the Padres, which I can totally appreciate. I honestly think that's probably going to cut it for the night. I do have 2 more stops to do, and they're closer towards the entrance / exit of the park of the fair. And I have to grab one sweet treat before I leave, and that's for my friends over at the Snack Shack. I heard they have a new deep fried caramel apple, and that just sounded very interesting. So that will be my dessert for the night, and I think we'll call it a night here at the fair for 2025. So here we are my friends over at the Snack Shack. They have some wonderful treats, deep fried items, snow cones, pop, cotton candy, whatnot. I always get it. I'm still going to get it for tonight. My deep fried gansito. That is a fair staple for me each and every year. But I'm going to try something new. They have a deep fried caramel apple. I gotta try it. This looks amazing. Wow. Oh wow. It's like slices of the apple, the Granny Smith apple, deep fried in their batter with the whipped cream and cinnamon, kind of like a churro. Oh wow. This is dangerous. It shouldn't taste as good because this is not healthy for you, but it tastes so good. That's a 5 out of 5, no question. Get it. A Reese's to go. I got some cotton candy for the road. One last thing I need to get for the road, and that is the most amazing popcorn in the world. Kettle corn, cheese corn, my favorites. And that is my buddies here at Kettle Corn, Sandiego, Oliver here. And what I love about it during the fair time is he also makes the cheddar one, which is my personal favorite, and the caramel corn, 2 of my favorite. They actually have a, I think it's called the Del Mar mix, where it's cheddar and caramel mixed together. But they have the things like kettle corn, churro, jalapeno cheddar, rainbow tutti frutti, as I call it, caramel corn, the Del Mar mix, that's the half caramel, half cheddar, and cheddar, which is my personal favorite. And they do have free samples if you want to try them out, and then buy yourself a bag. And then we say goodbye for now. Always love a good little pun. You probably see these at the exits of the fair. Care and Share Toy Drive Donation Program. So what they do is that all the prizes that you win at the fair, such as like that really large gargantuan bear, if you didn't want to take it home, you don't have the room for it, you can actually donate it in here. And this program actually donates these toys to sick kids in schools and hospitals in Tijuana, Mexico. So it's a really good cause. And I mean, if I ever won a prize that big, I don't have a room for it, so I would donate it. Here is the bus loading area, which is just right outside of O'Brien Gate. They do have the horse park. They have various buses in which you can load up to. The first few appear to be horse park. And then the next one is the Canyon Crest Academy, which is the free parking this year for the fair. Canyon Crest Academy is a few miles southeast of here, and then they do have a relatively large parking lot. That is where the free parking lot is. It's a little bit longer of a trek to get here, but the buses do come from there and drop you off right over here, as you see behind us. The horse park used to be free, then it was only a couple dollars, and now it's $10 to park there, and that is the closest parking outside the general and preferred parking, which I'm walking through right now. The preferred parking, I believe, is $55 or $60. And the general parking in which I parked at was $20. But one thing that's really a big tip for you for parking wise is if you purchase the parking a minimum of 24 hours ahead of time, you do save a few dollars. So my parking was normally $20, and because I knew I was coming here for opening day, I purchased it a couple days prior and I got it for $16. So if you already have a date in mind in which you know you're going to be here and it's 24 hours still, well beyond 24 hours, purchase the parking ahead of time, save a few bucks. You go online to the SD Fair, go to their parking section, buy the parking, and save yourself a few dollars that way. I thought about it since we're walking back to my car. There's the red Bronco right over there. Right behind it is actually the Lyft shared ride. Like if you have an Uber or a Lyft, they actually drop you off right over there. So you just gotta walk back over to this area, which is kind of in between where there's preferred parking right over there. There's gonna be the closest to the O'Brien Gate entrance. We're in the general admission parking area. But like I said, the ride share Lyft and Uber program is going to be back right over there. This is where you can pick up your ride. So when you set one up for the fairgrounds to drop you off and pick you up, it's going to be right there. And you can see where my Bronco is parked. This is about half an hour before the fair opened. And it wasn't until about an hour after the fair opened that then this lot, the blacktop version of the parking lot, was full. At that point, about an hour later, the dirt lot, which is beyond this, I don't know, the mound or the road over there, then that starts getting fulfilled after the blacktop parking is full. And I think with that, we're gonna have to call it a night here at the 2025 San Diego County Fair for a summer Pet-tacular. I had a great time tonight. Exhausted, but well worth it. We tried some delicious foods here, no doubt about that. So had a great time with some drinks up at the Speakeasies. Got to see some great shows. Met some furry friends, Charlotte and then Vinny. great times here celebrating our pets who are really our family, right? So if you had a great time following along with me on this journey here at the fair, please do me a big favor, give it a big thumbs up for me on the video, like it, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you have yet to do so already, and then third, hit the notification bell. Take it one step further, please do follow me on social media at Big Red Journeys on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram for even more content. So for me to you, thank you. I'm gonna go home and enjoy these treats, and then I'll see you on the next journey. Bye bye now.